key. Cute little machine. They have some 100s and stuff like that.
Is that a go? Type any changes or select a function key. Oh, okay. Going to the next card. You have to push. Okay. You're breaking a light beam. In fact, it works better to just kind of sneak up on it.
Which application can you get out of here? Like word stars?
There's a list.
All these loaded in via cassette?
On disk, yeah.
Oh, what's it?
You know, other than that, I follow. If I exit select, Carolyn, hello. I'll come up with the PAM menu. And when you turn on the machine in the morning, right? Click, bingo. This is what happens. It goes does all its number. You know, you see.
Yeah, we know that.
Then you come up to demo and you say, start that application.
Great.
PCF demo.
Why is it called PCF?
Personal card file?
Oh, okay.
I don't know why it's called personal card file. Demo in this case. That's kind of strange.
Okay.
Is this a real product or is this a demo product?
This is a real product. The demo part of it must be the data that's in the database. Okay. So then when you want to look at your card file, you just touch the old screen and roll the cards. I think that's full speed. Supposedly touching one of these buttons over the other would make it go faster, but I don't think we've ever implemented that. If you notice, I get both of them on when I touch it.
Yeah.
So I don't think
And when you stop, it just expands the card that you're pointing to.
Right, exactly. And then if you want to select a card, okay, if you want to just pick off a card, this is this must be restaurants and buyers of homes or something. That's what I remember. So if I select Perez's, right, bingo, you got a card. Mexican restaurant, great margaritas. So that's the whole.
So there's an address file for more than one reason, obviously. This one's got restaurants in it, but...
yeah, you could have anything, right? You could have anything. The other slicko thing you can do, if you've got a modem, right, and it takes one of these Hayes or Bentel modems, if you got a modem hooked up, you can press dial phone. And then in the phone number field, okay, when you inspect that field, you put a D in there for a dial field, it'll dial it.
Oh.
It'll dial that phone number.
Neat.
And if you want to go previous card, see a change, German restaurant, next card, back to Perez's, next card, Pierre's. Okay, so it goes like that. We'll get out of this again, get back to the menu. If you want to add a card, we'll go simple here. If you want to add a card, it comes up and gives you a blank. Now that whole field there, if you want to think about it, is really that's a blank piece of paper. You can make that be a blank piece of paper. In other words, you can start with nothing on there, and you treat it just like what's it, Etch-a-Sketch, you know, this kids thing where you kind of just draw your own thing, and you define your own field. I wanted to do a demo once, you know, a little speech, and I just sat down and whacked out a card. So you don't have to have anything that looks like that. That's a format that somebody made up.
So you can make up your own format for the cards.
Exactly.
You have more than one card file?
Yeah, exactly.
So you can have, if you wanted to, if you expand, if you had a very large card file, lots and lots of restaurants, you can make a whole separate card file for just French restaurants. Or
exactly. Yeah, you can have 550 cards in a file. Right, that's the limit. Now, a couple of things you can do then. Then you can go to more than one card file. Okay. or you can go to Condor, the database, right? Or you can go to DBase 2, I believe, and pick up this database in one of those and make it bigger.
Right. It's like fun.
Do you demo TK Solver, or you don't have the disk here for it?
I don't have the disk here for it, I don't believe, and I don't know much about it. I got a demo myself. If you go over to the Hilton, the TK Solver booth is over at the Hilton. In fact, we have a little thing we're handing out. Let me see. This thing here. If you go over there and then go to the what is it, Software Arts booth, okay? I think that's TK Solver. They can demo it.
Okay.
I helped the guy. Oh, you're part of that. Do you want to see TK Solver? I don't know if it's on here. Let's look.
I didn't see it on the top.
Yeah, we didn't see it on the PAM. We were just wondering because we haven't seen anybody else demo it but us.
I don't think we have it. I think you have it.
Oh yeah, it is installed.
All right, here you go. I got a demo over there. I came over and you were having some trouble with the machine, and I flipped the switches around and got it running yesterday.
Yes.
And then I got a short demo.
Right. Oh, great.
So I'll let you. Well, this was neat. This was kind of. I wanted to. Can you do Maxwell's equations on here?
Yes. It doesn't do differential equations. It doesn't do differential equations.
It won't do differential.
Well, you can fake it, but yes.
Somebody wanted to know what they could do Maxwell's equations with TK Solver. I don't know.
No. Now you can tell them probably not.
Okay.
That field sounds pretty safe. Yeah, it does up there.
What do you think?
Somebody must have left it this way.
Yeah.
What does this mean when you do a couple simple things? So that'll.
It's nice. Nice when we have a couple of the machines at home. That's how we know how it comes out.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Then you can choose the application program being formed on the side of the window, such as this one right here. We will take care of wrapping all your menus for you. Provide us with the menus. We'll take care of wrapping all those menus. As far as what you want to do with what's in here, such as this application is wrapping, it is going to form the size. You can choose to form up the size. In fact, let's just take a look at this thing. I'm going to resize this as far as the width. Let's pull this out. Watch what's going to happen. The words and the menus and everything. So this application chose to take advantage of knowing the size.
I didn't want the size. I just want a window in there. I want it to be flipped. I don't want it to be rewrapped or something like that.
This is more and more of a standard.
Can you do a demo from scratch?
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Heard your press conference. Most of the people
Oh,
didn't
super.
see it.
Sure. Sure.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Oh, that's in Word. That's in Microsoft Word. This is Windows right now. We don't have Word on this one, but there are a few workstations around here.
There's one right around here. You're showing
Yeah.
Word right around here.
Let me ask you one question. What do you just want it for educational purposes or for promotional?
Just educational purposes. This is home video for the home.
Okay, is it with sound?
It's with sound. Yeah.
Okay, the only thing let me warn you is that I'm just giving these demos ad hoc, not a canned picture or anything.
Oh
Okay.
no, that's great.
Okay.
This is just for people at home to see what it's like. It's not for
great.
for other software developers.
Okay, let me get everything back down to the bottom and then start all over again.
I'll explain the capabilities and unique features of the extra personal computer from ITT.
Okay, ready? Ready. This is a Windows as it starts off with a blank screen. What we have in this particular session are the various application programs that we're using in this session, and they are represented initially as icons on the bottom of the screen. You might think of an icon as the very smallest form of a window. It's basically down there. The cursor, as you move the cursor down into this area, it takes on a different meaning, because now it's in the icon area. As it takes on a different meaning, it changes its shape. You'll find this in various places throughout Windows. It changes its shape when it has different meanings. You can do things such as move the icons around, or you can do things such as having the window actually come open on the screen. Let's bring a few of these up so we can see some of the features. As you bring them up, he's going to initially just lay them out. Use an approach we call tiling. The idea of tiling is that it utilizes all of the window, basically. As you move things around, you can have control over where they go. You can have control over the size of the windows. You don't have to have control over it. We will, in all cases, maximize the efficiency of the way the screen is utilized. Okay, so let's take a look within this context at a few things we can do. What are some of the things we might want to do? Well, if we take the cursor and put it up into the caption bar, as you see, these all have captions before I put the cursor in there. As it moves into the caption bar, we see a few different icons. These different icons allow us to do things such as moving things from left to right, zooming either up or down, changing the size of the windows, etc. Let's take a look. Let's say we wanted to move this one to the right. We simply go to that icon, and it moves over to the right. Let's say that we want to change the size of one. Let's change the size of this one. What we're going to do is go into this icon. It's asking us now to take a look up here, new window height. And what happens as I move this is that it's actually showing me where my window is going to be. As soon as I press the button, that's where my window ends up being. One of the things you might notice here is that the application can choose to be informed of the size of the new window and can then choose to do whatever it needs to do. In this case, the clock chose to be informed of the size and took up the whole window. This text application down here, let's
We want the dealer to consider us as partners in their business.
zoom in this direction. This text application over here has these various menu items and has the textual information here. The menu, let's say that we were to zoom this to the right, and let me just do this momentarily.
Dealers can take
And I'll take it back again.
$1 billion advertising campaign. Plus, there are many websites.
Let's say we were to zoom this to the right. What's going to happen with these menu items is that Windows will take care of the way it's going to lay it out in the new window. Windows does that for you. The application program simply provides what those menu items are going to be. The application program can also specify things such as what we call pop-down menus, where a particular menu item, such as edit, has various other things that you might want to do with it, delete, edit, format, things of that nature. All of this is managed for you. Now, let me show you what's going to happen when I do zoom it to the right. This is going to be remanaged by Windows. This happens, this application program also chooses to resize and wrap the words accordingly based on the size. Let me show you what happens now. A little bit longer I'll zoom it for as you zoom it. The menu items were taken care of by Windows. The application program chose to be informed of the size and wrap their words accordingly. Yeah, it's extremely fast. It's really nice.
What have you got in the machine?
I think most of it is done at C. I'm not 100% sure, but I think most or all of it. Pardon?
What matters is something.
Yeah, like the bit width and stuff like that, yeah. That's,
What can those icons do besides what you have on there? I mean, those icons like word processing, spreadsheet, database manager, that's all those icons, those icons do.
you mean the ones down here?
Yeah, the ones you have at the bottom.
These
are all
each of these, yeah, each one of these is an application program.
What do you mean by that?
Is an application program. Each one of them actually is, this is an application program that you see here. It's taking up the whole window, or we can get it back to the way it was before. Where it's, let's say, only taking a part of the window. What the icons represent are the application programs. It's sort of, you might think of it as the smallest window that can exist. The little icons.
The things it can do.
Yeah, the application programs. In this case, what we have here for demo is things like word processing, the calendar, etc. But any application program. You know, we'll have things like TK Solver, I assume.
Can be, in other words, various applications can be installed.
Exactly.
So there'll be icons on the bottom, and when you want to use them, you just click on them.
Exactly.
As opposed to sticking your disk in and loading it.
Precisely. And when you want to use them, you just click down there. When you want to put it back again, let's say I'm finished with this one. I want to put it back down.
So you can completely delete it if you want.
I can completely delete it, yeah.
That's the X.
Yeah. In fact, well, this one, these I took here.
What's the little box in the upper right-hand corner?
I'll show you that in a minute. Let me show you this one. This one is an extra one, so I can delete it. This thing right over here is the kill icon, and that just kills it entirely. It doesn't go back down here, it's gone. The session. This thing in the upper right-hand corner is session control. It has to do with the entire session. This is a little pop-down menu. You can ask for time and date, which will give you up here. You can ask it to save a session. Let's say you have this particular session. Every time you work on this project, you want your desk to look exactly like that. You can save it, or you can end the session.
Now, an application that doesn't know about this just ends up taking out the whole screen.
Exactly. An application that, let's say, is currently running through the video RAM, currently is not written for Windows, you can still run it under Windows. In other words, you don't have to go taking disks in and out and having to put other systems. You can still run any application program that currently runs under MS-DOS can still be run under Windows. In the worst case, where somebody is writing directly to the hardware, in the worst case, what we'll do is we will basically treat an application, let's say this one we're writing directly to the hardware. When it took over, we would treat it as though we had zoomed it. In other words, it would take over the whole screen.
Like loading any application.
Like loading any application program. It would freeze the rest of them, and when you're through with that, it would restore to the desk.
And then you can choose another.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
How much memory?
We are recommending 192K up to 256. You can run
For your software?
for, let's say, a few typical applications. Yeah.
Without application requirements.
Oh, that application. Why would you want it for that application?
Well, what's your overhead?
I don't even know it offhand. It would be overhead for MS-DOS, the overhead for Windows, which is probably 30, 40K. I'm guessing that. Or whatever else is in there. But
Is it a virtual?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
This is being shown on a normal PC with floppies, right? That we're seeing right now.
What you're seeing right now is just a normal PC with floppies. In our booth, we're only, we're only showing PCs. But various other vendors are running Windows. Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it in Windows.
Yeah, and it's in various other booths. It's next door at Hewlett-Packard, it's down the hall at Televideo. So at least the ones close to here, I've checked out.
Yeah.
Capability.
It's got the graphics device independent. You can, yeah.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
And then, a couple years from now, you'll be able to take the before and after shots.
It looks like the same. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you later. Take care.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's really quite colorful, isn't it?
Yes, very pretty.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Nice. Oh, this is running on the NCR. This is the decision made?
Hi.
Yeah.
Develop it on the XD and don't worry instead of going out and saying I like this or that. Well, that's why these are one has to try this production company as well as
You don't want to talk to her. You want to talk to Fred who's in charge of training.
Not such a thing as this. I know it does because I've seen it.
The portable printer. This is our portable printer. And this paper right here. Let me show you how easy it is to cover. And you have a place for putting in a business card and sealing it up for someone. It's easy to remove the cover.
ready to go. It has a place to store a modest amount of paper, so that you're not having to have a third hand besides having one of the portable computers. You've got your portable computer.
It's front loading.
It will front load. It's able to use single sheet feed, cut sheet paper, actually a track feed that feeds from below or will feed from behind. And it has an easy to use keypad that really allows you to lose the manual and continue to make the changes you want to make.
Is it compatible from a software viewpoint with anything?
It's basically our own, but we're on the Lotus 123 menu. We'll be on there at the next release, which is about, they say about 6 months, but it varies.
So it's not just like anything else, but it's...
No, it is our own. It is similar to, we were before, how do I put it, just one of the
example. Hold it up at a distance and I'll zoom in here. Fine.
It's sort of like, you were saying it's sort of like what machine?
Well, we really were in business before Epson was, but the codes are very similar.